Hey Travis, this is Andy, and just sort of remaking this video because my computer exploded it last night, and I'm gonna try and move quickly, but I didn't take extensive notes or anything like that, so I might kind of bumble along as I string it together in my head. And first off, I just want to have have a little note about how boring your copy is. And one thing I kind of wanted to mention was that the reason I said it wasn't boring is because I think that's not a huge problem with your sales page, and not really like the main thing you need to be focusing on right now. Generally, you want to get your ducks in order first and have a solid piece before you go back and you start to tighten it up. Me, anyways, that's how I do it. And so we're going to start at the top. And I'm not going to go line through your sales page or anything like that. I just want to hit a few major points and then give you just some material that you can take and just sort of plug in and use. And I'm going to get this little warning message as I go throughout the video, and it's going to keep coming back because I did this last night. It won't ever go away, and it's going to interrupt us every time and knock me off my train of thought. So just be ready for that, and I apologize in advance. So first things first is your headline. What I would do is make a pre-head up in the upper left hand corner and remove case study and put it in the pre-head and put something like step-by-step case study reveals ... how a complete newbie built the list and made his first dollars online. And we're also going to get rid of step-by-step videos. And then what we're going to do is we're going to make a title case, which is the capital letter on the first word in the sentence. My bad. And then what we're going to do is we're going to make it very specific. And now this may be a problem if, for example, you built a list of 10 people and you only made $1, because that's not impressive at all, really. But what you want to do, and if that's the case, you might want to kind of go back in product development land and try and make this thing cooler and more impressive. But what I would do for the headline is go build a list of how many people, and then say how in X amount of days. So you built a list of X amount of people in Y amount of days, and then made his first amount of, and then when you first of all, get rid of dollar signs. Don't do that, and then put the actual amount of dollars you made. And I foresee a little road bump that might happen, because it's possible you built the list, and I'm just making these numbers up, of say 100 people in 30 days, and then you made your first $10 in 45 days. What I would do if I were you is put if that's the case, if there's sort of that disconnect between the amount of days it took to create the list and the amount of days it took to get the sale, is how a complete newbie built a list of X amount of people and made his first X amount of dollars, online, and just, actually I'd get rid of online and just put in just, and then however many days it took for you to get the sale. Then what I would do is, first of all, get rid of the exclamation mark. That can act as a stop sign for your copy, and put, ... Also, we're going to take the step-by-step videos and make it a little post head. There's one piece of your copy that I thought was really cool, and I was kind of impressed by it, which was step 2 down here. We say, so there's a lot of confusion surrounding our field, blah blah blah, and then 2 is just follow me step by step, click what I click, do what I do. In less than 2 hours, you too will have a live, campaign live. Now, I don't know if you can get away with this or not, but if you can say a money-making campaign live, that would be, friggin' jackpot. But we're gonna make a little post head, and you can put, step-by-step videos shows you, exactly how to. Hold on a sec. Sorry about that. I had to take care of something. But for your little post head, which is a kind of a smaller headline, it's sort of like your first subhead under the headline, and I use them to, one, kind of summarize the offer, make the big promise, and then also segue them into the first line of copy. And so what I would do for you is go step-by-step video shows you exactly what to do, and then you can take exactly what you said down here and just click what I click, do what I do. In less than 2 hours you will have a campaign live. And again, if you can say money making campaign, I don't know if you want to promise that or if that's what your product will help them get, but if it is and you can't say that, that'd be awesome. Moving into the first line of your copy, if you'd like to build your list and have exact step-by-step instructions on exactly what to do and make your first, and it should be your first $1 online or your first $20 online or whatever your promise is, your first money online, it just isn't very compelling, then this might be the most important letter you'll ever read. I would scrap the part, oh, there's that thing again. I would scrap the part where we said then this might be the most important letter you ever read, and I would sort of move the step-by-step instructions on exactly what to do to make your. I would sort of put that past. That would sort of become this part of the letter, the most important letter you'll ever read part, and I would go. You might actually be able to change. If you'd like to make your first. If you'd like to have. If you'd like to build your list and make your first X amount of dollars online, don't put X amount, put like an actual amount of money there. And you might want to go, then listen up and say, because you're about to receive the exact step-by-step instructions that I used, to build my list of subscribers of X amount of people and make my first, $20 or whatever, and X amount of days. And then you kind of you have a lot of emotional talk throughout your copy that just doesn't do anything. An exact example right here is, I know what it's like to be stopped by fear, overwhelmed by information, uncertain as to which step should be completed next. This sort of signals a lot of problems. For me anyways, when I'm reading your piece. Is one, if you're selling this to warriors, and you used to be chasing the shiny buttons, then, and you know that a lot of warriors are doing that, well then you might want to make your product seem like a shiny button. Just because if that's what people are buying, don't try and sell them something else. And this is kind of this is a reason why a lot of WSOs work and a lot of other ones don't. Is the fact that warriors are so there's so many compulsive buyers who just keep buying products that they'll never use in the WSO section. But oh, there's the thing. Sweet. So if you just got rid of that and you put with this WSO, now another thing I want to say is this product needs a name, and I think maybe you just haven't gotten there yet. But this should not be called this WSO. It should have a name. Just for the purpose of when you're writing your copy, you can refer to it as product name rather than this WSO. If for no other reason. This is pretty good. And go, I take you by the hand and let you watch over my shoulder as I build a list and show you exactly what to do. And I would say, instead of saying exactly what I do, say exactly what to do. Although you could be splitting hairs there. Or you could even put exactly what I did to make X amount of dollars in X amount of days. I want to, real quick, talk about 3 reasons to believe what I say. And because the reasons you give aren't actually reasons to believe. It might be reasons for them to want to believe, because they want to believe what you say is true and will get them the results you say they will. But this is not actual proof, and you kind of set it up to look like proof. And so what I would do instead is incorporate some real proof elements, and you can do that by taking screenshots, or if I were you, I'd actually take a video just like this one where you actually go into your account, show them the day it was opened or when the campaign started, and say, look, this campaign started on February 1st or whatever the day was, and then in 30 days, and you can show them the actual list. You'd have to blur out the emails and stuff. You might have to hide some information. That's fine, just for, you can't be showing the other, your subscribers list. You can't be kind of showing off their emails like that. But you might want to go, and you can see in 29 days or whatever it was, and you can show them on the video, like the date that the subscribers came in. Say, I got a list of, here it is, and you just show them. And then you can go to your account statement. You can see in that first X amount of days, I actually made X amount of dollars. And you can just show them right there on the screen as you're going through, in your video. And then you can kind of go through the rest of your sales pitch. Because that would be actual proof. It actually kind of prove the promises that you've already made are true. And then I would also take screenshots of all the important, like the date that it was open, the subscriber list, and the actual money made, and put that in the sales page, because you can't be sure that everyone's going to watch your video. And I would take that video and I would put it probably between your headline and the post head you're going to make, and then put little subtitle or arrows pointing to the video or something that says like proof inside. Another thing I wanted to say real quick is that this your guarantee should have its own subhead, its own something that points it out and kind of gives its own special attention in the copy. Maybe even like a Johnson box or some sort of image or a picture of a certificate with the copy on it. And then I would make a PS specifically for the guarantee, because your PS really should do a couple of things. Is like hit them again with the benefits, and you can do that by getting more specific here in the third PS, rather than saying kind of this vague. It shows you exactly what to do. You could say, in these videos you'll learn blah 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 blah, and just hit the main benefits, which is the subscriber list and the actual money made and stuff like that. Also, you could again, another thing the PS kind of does is reinforce the scarcity, and then also remind them of the guarantee. And there's another thing that you can use the PS for, which is a little tricky, and there's actually a thread on the Warrior Forum right now about using the PS this way. Is you could have something in the PS that well, first of all, you need a little golden nugget of info in your copy, and then in your PS, say, remember when I showed you or told you about, whenever the golden nugget is? It could be, remember I showed you that little trick to get, more subscribers and whatever, whatever. And it's in the copy somewhere. Then it kind of gets them back into the sales letter to try and find that nugget or whatever it is. And basically, there's something specifically in the PS that gives your reader a heads up that they should go in the copy and try and find something, because then that gets them in your copy. And just in case you don't know, the reason you do all these things in the PS is because usually people read the headline and then they'll scroll down to the PS. The PS gets the second amount most attention when compared to your headline. Your headline's number one, and then your PS is usually the next most read thing. And also, before I leave, where you say my best resources, again, just like what I said about using the words this WSO, you really want to, these resources should have their own name. And that's going to do it for now. I hope this helps you out, and let me know if it does or doesn't, because it helps me make these things, extra cool. So, see you later, I guess. This is Andy Wilson signing out.